am so happy to be back with you guys. I believe that my sound is on and that you guys can hear me really well. So today we're going to be talking about Keke Palmer's pregnancy announcement. I want to just hit on the fact that I came from a unmarried home, meaning I was raised, with my parents being unmarried and having a stepdad and, all that good guys can hear me. So let's get to the nitty gritty. I'm finding that in the Black community, a lot of women are carrying before they marry. And as a person who is a marriage advocate, I would like us to do things a little bit differently to be able to even build wealth, to be able to have that nuclear family. Of course, I know that marriage doesn't always mean that you're going to bring a child into the world and you are going to have the most perfect upbringing. Of course, I know that things happen. Two-parent homes aren't always perfect, but it gives you more of a chance. I know it's so attractive when the football players have the story of having a single mom and that's why they made it. I get it. I decided to do things differently for myself. As a Black, dark-skinned woman, I created a strategy so I could get married, so I could help other women get married. And I believe I've done that very good so far. So one thing I want to share is what's being promoted in the media for women. It's interesting because you don't see a lot of people of other races, maybe the Asian race. You don't see them promoting out of wedlock children. And it's a reason why other races have more of a net worth than we do. It's because they know that family is a business. They know that family is something that can bring wealth into the world. And I'm not saying that it's always about that, because there's more ways to be rich than just one. You can have family, you can have stability, that can also make you rich. But I just want to let you think about, I want to give you some food for thought about why the media is pushing women to be unmarried. Why it's cool to see more baby showers than marriages. Why is it cool to see more baby showers than marriages? Why, when you see a Black woman with a child, you never assume that she's married? When are we going to decide to change this narrative? I have ways you can change the narrative. I have a free Facebook group. I'm always hosting master classes. But how can the media help us push more Black women who are married? I would have loved to see her on that stage at Saturday Night Live. I would have loved to see her put her hand out and say, "Look at my beautiful diamond ring. I'm getting married." I would have loved to see that. And of course, babies are a wonderful thing. Wonderful. I'm obsessed, okay? I can look at baby videos all the time. But what I want to do is I want to change the narrative. And that's why I have started a free Facebook group, Marriage Minded Queens. I think we could get better results, because for me, Keke Palmer has always been someone who had the same skin tone as me, had a similar hair as me. She has always been someone who, as a child, we've seen her act and we've seen her leverage herself and go to new positions, go to new heights. She stayed relevant. And I'm sure she will be a wonderful mother. She can financially provide for her own self very perfectly. But what's wrong with getting married? We say marriage is just a piece of paper, but so is money. Money is also just a piece of paper. So I promote marriage here, and I invite you to learn the tools, the tips, the tricks on how you can stay in a lasting marriage, on how you can be a part of the nuclear family. Because me coming from a single parent home, even though my parents were in love, it promoted a lot of suffering in my life. It promoted a lot of suffering. And I'm not saying there will be zero suffering if you have two parents that are married, but at least you give them more of an advantage. The statistics even tell you, at least you give them a little bit more of an advantage. You give your child a little bit more of an advantage. And if you have done it the opposite way, that's okay. But can we do things a little bit differently? Can we get our out of wedlock numbers a little bit lower? Can we? Okay, I just wanted to pop in and talk about a trending topic. I normally don't, but I think I'm going to start because I have a lot of opinions about what's going on in the media and what's going on in the world. All right, guys, love you so much, lovelies. Thanks for popping in. Remember to look at the description below to find out how you can be in my world and stay. Subscribe, and just so you can know when I'm going live, because I love to pop in, pop out, and I want to be consistent, but I want you to help me be consistent by subscribing so I can see that you want to hear what I have to say.